this week we've got to go back inside and get our work in. We were hoping for a little bit better weather when we got back to maybe get outside and get some things done, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to, so we'll be back inside and hopefully sharpen up on some things, get ready for this weekend going down to Kansas. We're going to face some really good competition down there as well, with Nebraska, KU, Tulsa, and then we've got Wisconsin, Green Bay, and UMKC, both teams that we played the first week of the season. So I think every game that we're going to play down there is going to be a good gauge for us to see kind of where we're at. Obviously, UMKC got the best of us in that first weekend at home, so looking forward to playing them again. But the biggest thing for us is to, just to continue that early season process of getting as many games in as we can. I think we've spread out our at-bats across the board to a lot of different people. A lot of people are getting opportunities, creating some really good depth in our program and our team right now, and looking forward to continuing that. I think being versatile, we have that ability to move people around, and getting people as much experience at the plate as we possibly can. I think maybe two of the 5 games this weekend, I think almost every person played in each game. So it's good to see everybody contributing and accepting their role and being ready for their number when it's called on. We've been getting things going a lot more with a sack bunt or a hit and run or reading a dirt ball. Something like that gets this team a little bit more energized and fired up than the long ball. And obviously I don't think the swings that we're taking right now are going to create too many long balls. I do think once we get back home and we get a little bit of wind and some things that happen that way, and we get a little bit more comfortable with taking more aggressive hacks, I think they'll come around. I don't think this is going to be a team that sets the home run record or anything, but I think it'll be very competitive and we'll hit our fair share of them. But it's not something that, right now we're sitting back and waiting for a 2 or 3 run homer. I feel like when we get base runners, we got to be ready to execute and do some things and move people around. But the number of RBIs that we have right now at this point in the season is way better than we've ever had before. I mean, we've got a couple of kids already at 15 or more. And across the board, it's spread out. I mean, we're almost at 100 RBIs already. I feel like the top of our order is kind of our go-to right now. The top 3 kids in our order are the ones that kind of our spark, and they have the ability to do that right out of the gate. I think some of the other hitters in our lineup like to kind of test the waters a little bit before they get after it. Those 3 definitely don't need that. They're ready to go right from the get-go. So getting out to a good start with them gives those other kids confidence right away. But those 3 at the top of there's not a pitch that those 3 don't like very often. So they're ready to go, and it kind of gets our offense jump-started that way.